All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. The Houston Rockets have finished their summer league up. There's some things to be happy about. There's some things to take notice of. Now, with that being said, I think it was still a very, very promising, and the future is looking bright in Houston. I think that should be said right out of the gate. I know it's summer league, but I still think that stands. So if you enjoy this video and you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that as well. But let's get into this video. We'll start out talking about Josh Christopher, because Josh Christopher dropped 22 points the other night. I believe it was Sunday night when they lost to the Orlando Magic. The game was very, very boring. You had Jalen Green out. You had Jalen Suggs out. And there just wasn't much to be excited about if you are kind of not a diehard fan. So a lot of diehard Rocket fans, they watch this game. And if you did, you noticed Josh Christopher dropped 22 points, but it really wasn't all that efficient. He has a lot of things to work on. In fact, I think it's safe to say he is going to be in the G League for a good chunk of the season, if not the whole chunk of the season. Now, the Rockets, 3 lottery-level talents, in my opinion, is what I think what we're looking for here. Christopher, he needs to improve his shooting. He needs to improve his shot selection. But I don't think that he isn't a lottery-level talent, or he can't be a lottery-level talent. I just don't think he is there right now. He's a little too raw. He needs a lot of things he needs to work on, and it really just mainly is that shooting and that shot selection. But what he has is exactly what you're looking for in a modern combo guard. He's got the size, he's got the athleticism, he's got the defensive intensity, he's got the playmaking. So he's going to develop, and it's going to take a couple of years, and it should be a very fun and exciting process to watch. I didn't expect, like when the Rockets first drafted Josh Christopher, I didn't know what to expect. I know he has got a lot he had to work on, and I think I saw way better flashes of him in the summer league than I was anticipating before. Like, honestly, before the draft, I had no idea who Josh Christopher really was. So he's proven me wrong, but he's still really raw. He turns the ball over a lot, takes sloppy shots, but he'll get better. Alperen Sengun might be the steal of the draft. Like, he just actually might. Now, there isn't much to prove in the summer league. He had a pretty solid game against the Blazers, pretty solid game against the Magic. He's just played pretty solid the entire summer league. I think that Garuba and Sengun are going to play a decent amount next season. I don't think it's going to be as much as we're all anticipating, though. If anybody, it might even be Uzma Garuba with the defense he's playing. But Alperen Sengun, he should get plenty of run. I want to keep my expectations in check in case he, for some reason, just doesn't play more than like 20 minutes a night. Now, he was acquired in that trade with Oklahoma City, and if you talk to an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, they're like, I have no idea why we traded away. I don't know why we did that. I have no idea why we did that. I mean, I would say Alperen Sengun is outplaying Evan Mobley right now. I know it's just the summer league, but I honestly think, and I've watched a lot of Mobley this summer league, he's played fine, but I think Sengun is playing better, and he's looking more NBA ready somehow than Evan Mobley. Keep in mind, this guy won the Turkish MVP at just 18 years old. So better than advertised on the defensive end. I think a lot of people were anticipating him to be just a horrible defender like me, and he's come in and he's asserted himself on the defense, and he has not been an easy bucket to score against. He's not the hardest bucket to score against, but I think he has 100% held his own, and he has played better than I was anticipating. On the offensive end, he's got it all. I mean, he really's got it all. He can shoot the 3-ball, which he's showcased. He's got a physical post game. He can take his man off the dribble. It's offensively, this is why he should be starting, or not starting, but this is why he should be playing in as many games as he can for the Rockets. And I think with Garuba being such a defensive mastermind and Sengun being such an offensive mastermind, I think when you pair them together on the bench squad, they should make for, at the very least, an exciting duo to watch. Passing, He did a phenomenal job passing. It's extremely advanced for a 19-year-old big man. His best move seemed to be a face-up pump fake leading to a behind-the-back dribble, leading to the hoop. Will that be able to translate at the NBA level? Who knows? I'm not quite sure, because it felt like anyone he was playing against in the whole 5 games that he played, he either could just bully them or he could just blow right by him. And in the NBA, it's going to be a lot more polished. You've got 90% of these guys not making the NBA, and they'll be in the G League or they'll be playing overseas. That's a whole 90%. So against guys like Joel Embiid, that move might not be as efficient. That's going to be the difference. So can he get some speed? Can he be a little quicker? We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Uzma Garuba is a really interesting pick. His first game he played with the Houston Rockets, apparently it was like just coming off of the plane from Spain. So he's officially a Houston Rocket. I believe they inked the contract yesterday. 23rd pick, played in only 3 games, but he showed a lot of physicality. He showed a lot of high energy. It's exactly what you were looking for. Especially in the last game today against the Trailblazers, it was like halftime and he had a steal and 2 blocks, which was better than the whole Portland Trailblazers defensive statistics. Defensively, he is ready to play at the NBA level. Offensively, he is so raw. That was what everyone knew going into it, was he was going to be an extremely raw offensive player, and development-wise, that's what's going to take him a couple of years to be hopefully a meaningful starter, getting meaningful minutes. If he can develop on offense, he will be a good force to be reckoned with. If he doesn't, he'll be just a good defensive player. Guarded Kevin Durant in the Olympics. He guarded Jason Tatum in the Olympics. He guarded a whole bunch of people at the Olympics. And he guarded a whole bunch of great NBA players, a whole bunch of great European players in the EuroLeague with Spain. So Uzma Garuba is going to take a little bit of time. I would say it's going to take a couple of years for him to be a polished starter. But for right now, the defensive effort he's showing, the defensive kind of mastermind almost, it's going to get him minutes on the floor. So he'll be playing next season. Alfred Sengun, he'll be playing next season. It just comes down to how much. Jalen Green, obviously the future of the franchise, the face of the franchise is what they're hoping for. 20.3 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Shot 51% from the field, and then even better, 53% from deep. He was athletic. He showed he can shoot the ball. He can play make. He can handle. He can do it all. Needs to still polish off some parts of his game, but he's at least looking like he can be a big-time scorer just with his shooting skills alone. Moves willingly off the ball, kind of unlike James Harden, the last main shooting guard in Houston. So a lot to be excited about with Jalen Green. So overall, I would give this summer league, honestly, I would give them a B. I think that they did a fine job. I don't think that they did a great job. I think they did a fine job, a little bit better than good. So that's it for today. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. Let's try and get this video to 100 likes. That's it for today. Peace.